On this episode of Heartbroke,
I'm Andre.
And I'm Asha.
An engaged couple needs my help going from nearly broke
My financial situation is definitely stressful.
to newlywed.
I could let my mom pay me. I just don't. I don't have a job. I need a moment. Oh, God.
This is a show about love, money, and the difficult stuff that happens in between. We're giving couples a financial game plan to solve their challenges. But will they be able to make things work after 6 weeks? Or will the trial prove too testing?
I'm Andre.
And I'm Asha. We've been together for 4 years.
We are engaged. I put a ring on her finger. When I first met Asha, I was not looking for love at all. In fact, I didn't want to be in a relationship. We just clicked on so many levels. My financial situation is definitely stressful.
I'm not working, but I'm working on that. I feel like I should get a job soon.
I've been doing whatever I can to make money. I do Uber driving. Sometimes I'll film content for online. I have a student loan debt, credit card debt. I just have to bury it really deep and not think about it, because if you look at the reality of the situation, you can start panicking. We're making combined about $40,000 a year, which is tough because our expenses are around $49,000. I have around $94,000 in debt. We don't have any savings right now.
So you're doing some work right now to bring in money, but it does look like there's more money going out than coming in each month. So how does that feel right now for you?
The past year and a half is the first time where I don't know where that money is gonna come from. I'm just kind of taking what life presents.
After just losing my job, it really gave me a different perspective of life, just being in control of your finances.
You were working before and then your job was eliminated. What were you doing then?
I was working at hospitality. I also lost another jobs that I had. It was contracts with makeup brands and stuff.
Okay.
We're trying to get a wedding together, so not knowing how all that is gonna come together, that's definitely stressful. Because at this point, the only thing we really care about is just getting married. That's just something that we don't want to put off.
I think it's nice to kind of have an idea of what kind of budget you want to have for that wedding. But I think you have to know what's coming in, where is it going? What are some of those goals that you've kind of just decided that you're not just curious about, that you're committed to?
One thing that is important for me and her in general is just starting our own businesses.
What kind of businesses are you thinking?
My family is from Congo, and my entire family, they are entrepreneurs. My dad sells merchandise, like African clothes. What I love is definitely makeup. I have so much makeup. So, I was actually thinking into also doing that. Even though, I don't have a job, I kind of have a job. I'm always helping my mom, with the business at home. My mom has a cleaning company. Just in case if she need help, I call people, I'll answer her emails. Maybe I should put that time to my business.
Well, we could talk about that, I think, yeah. So what do you love to spend money on?
I love jewelry, I love makeup, I love clothes. So I do spend a lot of money on that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's something that I feel like I need to change.
I was an overspender too. I noticed when I was feeling something that made me want to buy something.
Yeah.
And I started figuring out what those actual feelings were. Maybe frustrated or stressed. It's really helpful.
Yeah.
Because sometimes things happen. Losing your job, you don't want to be like, oh, look on the bright side, just feel it. And then eventually, start to let go of it.
You said something very important. I never even confronted how I felt about losing my job. I never really expressed it. You saying that kind of reminds me, and I can feel the pain of losing that. And I don't like talking about it. Oh my goodness, I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay.
Maybe I was stressed from that.
Yeah.
Because I work hard.
It's okay, but I'm here for you.
I know. I don't want to. Can I just take a moment, please? I need a moment. I'm sorry. Oh, God.
Was there anything that surprised you that happened when we were talking?
Her reaction in that moment, just because I definitely know that was a tough experience for her, but I didn't know that it still bother her.
You know, that was a pretty painful experience. And I think that it's great that she has you because you seem to really listen. So tell me about the wedding. Like, what are some of the expectations that, you know, maybe her family has for what this wedding might look like, knowing that they have such an important place in her life?
They have a thing, the bride price, where I have to pay, you know, a certain amount, and essentially they, like hand their daughter off. It's not like make or break, like they want me to marry their daughter, but at the same time, I have the utmost respect for her family and her culture, and I know it's just one of those things that is important to her, so.
What is a, like, average price? This is something I've never included in a financial plan before.
I believe it's in the thousands, but I honestly don't know. It's all new to me. I guess the next step is me having a conversation with, you know, her parents, and that is definitely a worry of mine, but that the wedding won't happen until
So that's priority number one.
Yeah.
How are you guys making things work right now financially? It looks like there's definitely more, maybe even $1,000 more going out than coming in. So that obviously won't be sustainable for much longer. What are your thoughts about how to fix that and where you see things going?
My goal is to have, you know, several streams of income, you know, the freelance gigs that I do, the online media that I post. You know, I have a book that I'm working on writing, and I have a course that I'm working on as well.
I think that, you know, sometimes we get distracted by all the different ways we can make money. And I think now is maybe a good time to be getting organized and to be getting really laser focused on like that strongest income stream. How are you doing? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm doing much better now.
I know this is uncomfortable, and sometimes we don't talk about certain things that happen, especially when a traumatic event happens. Sometimes it's just, you don't realize how much of an impact it might have had. I think there's a lot of potential for things to turn around. But how do you feel right now if you had to make money this year to get the wedding? Do you think you'd ever go back to getting a paycheck before you become an entrepreneur or something like that, where you were taking a job just to make income, just so you could have that breathing room?
I can get a paycheck if I want it. I could let my mom pay me. I just don't let her pay me.
Why?
Because I feel guilty.
Why would you feel guilty for doing work that's valuable?
I like helping her because she has helped me.
Because right now you're under-earning. You're not underworking.
Yeah.
And so there's a big difference. So
that's true.
If you decide that your future is more important than your past, then I think that these goals that you have could be attainable this year. Okay.
Excited.
So I ran a few numbers, and what it looks like to me is that there's really just an income problem. If you were to make, for the next 5 years, Andre, another $15,000 a year, that's a little more than $1,000 a month, and I think it's doable. I think you can hustle your way to that money.
Definitely.
I think what you need to focus on, like I mentioned before, is not one income stream that pays you the most. So this is gonna mean making about another $375 a week. You know, in order to get that $15,000 a year. That's the way that you're going to actually get to a point where you're breaking even, which is really the important thing right now. Then focusing on the wedding and the goals that you have there. And for you, I think you need to talk to mom about getting paid for the hard work that you're doing. And I think you need to ask her what she thinks a fair price would be. We also need to figure out what the bride price is. So that's going to be a conversation that's coming, I believe. If you do that, I think the wedding can happen. I think the wedding can happen soon. You know, maybe I think you have to just start to plan what it's going to look like. When we check back in, I think we'll have some progress on these goals. And it was wonderful to meet you. I have so much faith in both of you.
Thank you.
So I look forward to talking to you again in a few weeks.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you are
you.
awesome.
Appreciate it. Feeling very motivated right now. We want to just immediately start working on everything that Misty laid out for us, so I couldn't be more excited.
It's just doing it is going to be the challenge for me. I really feel like she gave me that push that is really going to help me for the next few weeks.
so good to see you both again.
to
How
see
are
you too.
things going as far as some of those tough conversations that we were thinking about having?
I was able to talk to my parents and we came to an understanding. Have decided that I will just work on my career instead of working for them.
Tell me about the business and what you've done so far to take those steps.
I am working on my own beauty company. I am no longer holding on to my past and things that I've lost. I'm just looking forward to what's in front of me.
I've definitely seen a change in her demeanor as well. She truly is going like towards her passion, and I can just see it in the way she carries herself now. So I'm really happy for her.
I feel like this journey also helped us just see our strength. It hasn't been that long, and I'm actually surprised on just how much I'm able to push myself. I didn't even think I could do that.
Just having that excitement about looking forward in the future, it'll totally help you stick to those goals. And so how about you? You were gonna have an awkward conversation with her father.
Yes.
How did that go?
We did discuss the bride price briefly, and we were on the same page about that. Yeah, we're working towards that now, so it's gonna happen in a few months, so we're happy about that.
A lot of times the people that we're like nervous about having these conversations with, usually what we think is gonna happen is way worse. This is something you wanna honor, and so we'll make it happen. I know we talked about having that extra income. How's that going?
But I really have had like very much like linear vision, you know, working with more brands and collabing with making content for them. I've just doubled down on like my marketing and reaching out to people as well, because I used to just sort of wait for people to reach out to me. But yeah, I've just been a lot more active in doing that, and I was able to reach that amount that we talked about, which was $375.
And I'm also very proud of Dre. Like, I've seen how much he has worked. So just seeing him do it now, I love it.
That's so good.
I love it.
I'm so glad for the progress that you guys have made in the past 6 weeks. It's crazy.
Thank you so
It's such a short period of time, but it's really great to see it. So thank you again, and please keep in touch with me. I really want to be on your team.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you so, so much.
This experience has changed our lives in so many ways. I love Asha just really being open to this process. I'm very proud to see her growth, and I know that this is just the beginning.
This process has definitely brought us closer. It makes us appreciate each other more and see our strength. We also understand that it's okay to seek help. It's okay to talk about these things. It's not easy, so I'm not like saying I'm going to be rich tomorrow, but I'm saying that I want to have a successful life.